Okay, today is a really unique service dog workshop. We're very fortunate because in so many cases when you do a workshop, there's not that many working dogs there. There's actually some trained dogs. You use them as a demo and then you help people, you do an instruction. In here, we have a good share of the dogs that are working dogs. They're out working every day. They're affecting lives all over the place. This puppy will eventually be one of them. Emmy's gone from eating her first meal to being a really good dog. She's young, so we're never expecting perfection in a young dog, or even in an older dog, an adult dog, but we're expecting her headed in the right direction.
Hello, I'm Ben Henthorn from Beloit, Wisconsin. This is my Lakeland, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
Just a really quick introduction.
Hi, I'm Lisa Peppers from Rockford. This is my English Bulldog, Wolf, and he goes with me just about anywhere.
I remember Wolf. I'm Dennis Landon from Lake Mills, and this is my service dog, Vicky. It's Vicky. Yep, she's a Lakeland. A Lakeland.
And this is Katie.
Now, all you have to
She is my PTSD service dog. I've had her for 5 years now, and she takes good care of me. I'm Mark Lawrence. I'm a Viet Nam veteran, and with a little bit of PTSD, and she takes care of me and does just marvelous things. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
saddle.
Hello, I'm Tracy Crane. This is Eric. He is a 15-month-old Greater Swiss Mountain Dog. He's here today to train to be a service dog, and we're looking forward to an exciting day.
What breed is this?
He's a Greater Swiss Mountain Dog, and he's our second dog we've had here with Pat. Our last dog, we were here 25 years ago, so we brought Eric back to train with Pat.
And where are you from?
Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford. Beautiful dog.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Andrea, and this will be my dog, Emmy.
Yeah, I think we know Emmy. Everybody on the internet's in love with Emmy.
Yeah.
And you're from where?
I'm originally from Denver, but I've been living in Amsterdam for 7 years.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Nancy Larson, and this is Cooper. He is 2, and I got him from Pat at 9 weeks, and I've been coming here ever since for training. And I live in Rockford, Illinois.
Okay, introduce yourself and then I'll walk over to your dog.
Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I have been coming to Quansa Kennels now for a little over a year. And I am here with my dog, Tut, who's hiding under the table here. And he does a whole lot for me. We're looking at maybe doing some search and rescue work possibly with him, but overall he's just a really wonderful dog.
Or I ran into a Boy Scout troop in Nashville, Tennessee, on one of my trips, and one of the boys recognized me from one of the newspaper articles.
Really?
Yep, and he was in a wheelchair. This boy was in a wheelchair. He's a Boy Scout. And so I had Katie sit on his lap and stuff. And I told him about the Boy Scout troop that I worked with for several years. And they were all handicapped boys, okay? And so I understood what they were talking about. And of course I said, have you ever met a rocket scientist? You know, I said, you have now. And told him my story, where I worked and everything, what I did. And I handed them my little challenge coin, you know, and they loved it. Absolutely loved it. But Katie allows me to get out and do those things. Otherwise, I'd be at home watching television, vegetating, and not living a life. I would just be vegetating.
Well, she really cares about you.
Because my PTSD is so severe.
I will never forget,
You know.
we were at the Legion, and Mark got out of the car and just turned her loose, and I looked across that field, and I said, hey, Katie was just with him.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
yeah.
It was awesome.
And then the time
Now,
at the
you said you were a rocket scientist and
yeah.
you were a functioning society member when everything just caught up to y'all at once.
Well, I had a major flashback, and it took my memory away. And the doctor, several years later, when they had told me, I'm sure, but I didn't understand. But the flashback I had was so severe, it was like having a stroke in my case. And it took a lot of my memory away. And just, it put me in the hospital for 3 months. I didn't even know my name. They don't know why it was so severe, but it was.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Or in a bad way.
And then the other thing, that when Pat told me we were talking about the breed, the Lakeland Terriers, and where the Lakeland Terriers came from, and what they used to do. In Wales, they were bred to go down into tunnels and kill foxes to protect the sheep. And I said, oh, and I was a tunnel rat in Vietnam. And I made the connection, and some of the vets in the room, just 2 of them started crying.
Yes.
Because they understood what that meant to me.
You just got me teary-eyed talking about it.
But she's given me my life, and this whole program has given me my life.
It's pretty cool.
Thanks to everybody here for that.
Well, we all work together. It's not any one.
Yeah, it's a team thing. Truly
I've
is.
trained a lot of dogs, but you know what? Unless the person does what I say, they don't have what they have.
She's 5 years old. She has hip dysplasia, so she comes.
She's a golden retriever.
She's a golden retriever. She comes occasionally. She was here Thursday, but with the weather the way it is and that, getting her in and out of the car is too hard, so I left her home today. But Brandy goes to my appointments. I volunteer at the VA clinic in Rockford. She goes down there and lays in front of me and watches all the people walk by. She goes shopping with me. She's brought me out of a lot of things. She likes to be petted, of course. She's a golden. What can you say? They love attention. So, but she's getting to the point where she cannot walk and do the things that I'd like her to do. So I'm kind of substituting Baki in her place. Pat's allowed me to work with Bach the last few weeks. Brandy's over 100 pounds. Baki's what, 20?
No, he's like
15? 15, okay, that's what I guess. Yeah, that's close. But, so Baki's giving me a little different look on how to handling the dogs and handling a 100-pound dog jerking around and stuff. So, she's working.
Well,
It's working.
One of the special things about Kathy is she really likes to interact positively with other people, especially kids. Kathy loves to talk to kids. And one of the things Brandy does, she's such a soft, sweet dog. Her worst crime is that she wants to lick. But other than that, she doesn't have an aggressive bone in her body. And Brandy is a magnet for people. Now, if Kathy didn't have a dog with her, Kathy wouldn't hardly talk to anybody. That dog draws people to Kathy, so she's not so lonely. And it's a safe visit, isn't it, Kathy?
Yes, it is. Very safe.
So, Kathy can function, but it's sure a lot easier when you got a partner.
Oh, yes. Much easier.
And Baki likes her really well.
Yeah, Monkey likes me.
Emmett, he does pretty much everything for me. I remember last year, by the way, I'm a veteran, served in Vietnam, suffered with PTSD and also depression. Emmett is a lifesaver for me. I had issues that were continuous, as you probably already heard. It just would not go away. I've been to group therapy, one-on-one therapy with psychiatrists. It was all temporary. No sooner than I leave their office or leave the group, issues just keep arising. Nightmares. Well, I was in one group therapy in Madison few years ago, about 3 years ago, when I came here. Yeah, it's been going on 4 years now. And they told me about this woman here, Pat, who was holding dogs dog classes here, and one of the veterans who introduced me to the group said, "Man, this really helped. It helps me." And I said, "Well, I'll look into it half-heartedly." So when group therapy was over, I went home. I didn't think any more about it until I started having problems. So I stumbled in this door, and I haven't looked back. The classes were in such a way that the way she was training these dogs, bringing dogs that have issues, dogs that have lost their home, like Emmett, he lost his job. The way she was training these dogs and bringing them through rehabilitation, it was like she was talking to me without having to say one word to me. That helped because it wasn't necessarily personal, but it was personal. It wasn't like she was talking to me, but she was talking to me. So it started to draw me out of my issues and started me thinking towards now a pet, a dog. So Emmett, what does he do? He does everything. He goes to work with me. I had a broken leg last year. He would go and fetch my shoes for me and bring them back so I can get dressed. Emmett, get over here. Come here. Come here. You settle. Thank you. He goes to stores, he goes into the clinic, he goes everywhere I go. I told you to be still. Thank you. If it were not for Emmett, I don't think I'd be here today. I certainly wouldn't be here talking to you guys. You know, I would go to work and go home. That was it. There was no socializing. There was nothing. Emmett, get over here. That's fine. He's doing a job. You stay over here. Thank you. I had no life outside of my job. PTSD wrecked my marriage. I was just I would be wide awake at home with my wife laying next to me in bed, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. She had no idea I was wide awake. She's laying there, I'm wide awake. I'm up for her, go to work, go to school. I had no life outside of that, and it just drove her away. I would talk to her, I would tell her my problems. PTSD ruins your life if you let it. And if it were not for Emmett and this woman here, I don't know where I would be. I really don't know where I would be. I recall when 9/11 happened, I saw that as my way out. I kept trying to get back into the service. I visited a number of recruited offices. I tried to get back in. Of course, they wouldn't have it, you know. But I had no intention. If I was able to get over it in Iran, I had no intention of coming back. That was my way out. I wasn't obviously brave enough to commit suicide. I was going to let somebody else do it, but I wanted a gun in my hand while it happened. It just so happened I stumbled into the Rockford VA, filled out this little questionnaire that I had never seen before. I was going in for a physical, and they had this new form that you have to fill out, asking you little questions about how you feel and all this other crap. And lady said, "Sir, you need help. You need to go and talk to a doctor back here in the psychiatry area." And that started the ball rolling. I had no clue about PTSD. It was not in my imagination. It became a way of life for me until I was introduced to that at that time. And my whole life has changed because of Emmett and because of these service dogs. It works. I don't know why we don't get full support from the government, from the VA regarding this, but it saves lives for veterans. And not only just veterans, there are other people that suffer with PTSD, women, children. this helps. Maybe we all can make a difference in someone's lives with the dogs that we have here. I hope that that's the case. I see service dogs quite often, and it just encourages me and encourages other people that see them, that may need them. It arouses curiosity about the dogs, and it allows you to let other people know. I'm happy to be here right now. I really am. I know I wouldn't be otherwise if it had not been for Emmett. Isn't that right, Emmett?
I'll tell you, I cannot be prouder of all of you.